In true Lovecraftian style, Bloodborne is a game that leaves many questions unanswered, giving us the opportunity to imagine our own outcomes and derive our own unique experiences. However, when it comes to the prospect of a potential Bloodborne 2, it's clear we're all crying out for more insight. Sadly, the game's creator Hidetaka Miyazaki isn't even in the position to port the original game to PC, so a sequel hardly seems likely as it stands. But what about a remake? After all, we wouldn't technically need FromSoftware for such a thing. In fact, I'd go as far to argue we're better off without the studio. When Bluepoint Games brought 2020's Demon's Souls to PS5, the company took a rough jewel of an action RPG and reverse engineered it into a refined current-gen launch title. From its staggering visual fidelity to its user-friendly additions, the developer found a way to capture the feel of FromSoftware's early work while accommodating the contemporary comforts we've all come to expect from the medium. In fact, it was so good that Sony bought the studio. So, Sony, why not give Bloodborne the same treatment? Now, I'm no business brain, but you only need to look at the reaction to Kai Cenat streaming it to know Bloodborne's popularity hasn't waned in the 9 years since its release. The experience of first setting foot into Yharnam is a core gaming memory of mine, and one that could only benefit from a touch-up, even more so if it came to PC too. The graphical overhaul Bluepoint could offer is an obvious selling point. The labyrinthine environment of Bloodborne is already a delight on the eyes, but imagine the level of detail the PS5 can provide. Just don't think about performing a visceral attack on a giant pig. Besides the looks department, Bluepoint brought some other welcome features to Demon's Souls. The photo mode, for instance, is brilliant and lets us get the perfect snaps to chronicle our adventures through Boletaria. Now just imagine the action shots we could get in Bloodborne of the Moon Presence or Lady Maria, or... You're thinking about the pig again, aren't you? Then there are guide options, where PS Plus subscribers can fast travel in-game by selecting different trophy tip cards from the PS5 menu bar. Sure, you have to ditch your souls to use it, but the time you save is worth it. It's so helpful that speedrunners exploit it to beat the game in less time than it takes most players to unlock the level up ability. Above all, Bluepoint dared to take Demon's Souls to another level by adding new playable content. The developer introduced new collectible ceramic coins, which can be traded, when you have enough, with Sparkly the Crow for a rusted key. This new item unlocks a room with the Penetrator's armour, one of the most aesthetically pleasing outfits in a FromSoftware title. Sure, the armour was in the game before as the Penetrator wears it, but Bluepoint made it into something you could dress your character with. It's a genius inclusion added in typical FromSoftware style, and it begs the question, what could the studio do if given the keys to Bloodborne? We could instead hope for Bloodborne 2, and I'm firmly in favour of an eldritch horror-infested sequel, but I just can't see it happening. Miyazaki has repeatedly said it isn't up to him. If that's the case, and not a smokescreen to throw us off the scent, why would the veteran developer be interested? While the original game remains a masterpiece to this very day, it's no bad thing to add even more shine to an already brilliant star, and Bluepoint has proof it can do just that. The decision is Sony's, of course. All we can do is hope the publisher is granted the eyes to see what an excellent idea a remake would be.